You don't hear about 25-year-olds having a stroke. That's something that people that are much older deal with than someone who is just starting out in life. I had 3 strokes actually, 2 on my right, 1 on my left, July 14th, 2014. I found rehabilitation services here at Mary Washington. With me knowing more of like the Northern Virginia, my mom tried to get me into other places in the northern part of the state, and they either didn't offer the kind of services I needed or they didn't call her back. So she started looking south, and they got me in immediately. With the Mary Washington Stroke Group, it's been really cool because I went in there thinking I'm 25, I'm gonna have to be sitting around with all these old people. They're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But now they're like family to me.
You can be confident that whether you have a tiny mini stroke, so-coined TIA, or a large stroke, that your care is going to be good at Mary Washington. As a primary stroke center, you're the first line when someone has a stroke. So a stroke is any neurological injury. It could be both due to a blood clot or a bleed that causes damage to someone's body. And to be a primary stroke center, you have to have this certain criteria and qualifications to be able to rapidly evaluate stroke patients and give them timely treatments. So, at Mary Washington, we strive for excellence in both acute treatment of stroke and the rehab and the chronic treatment. So, when you come in and you have a stroke, we get the scans, you're seen by the neurologist, you get the TPA to treat your stroke. The next step would be admitting you to the stroke floor. And over there you have stroke-trained nurses, physical therapists, occupational therapists, and speech therapists. So the stroke-trained nurses are great. The hospitalists and the neurologists will come and evaluate stroke patients and determine whether or not, they need further workups and treatment for their stroke. And we have our stroke support survivors that are rotating around the floors. They come and discuss with you, how you're doing after the stroke.
I see patients that are 24 to 48 hours out usually. There's a card that we get that's all the different risk factors on there, and we go over that. We go over the booklet, the explaining stroke, and we also tell them about the stroke support group meeting. I try to give them hope, even if, they don't see it quite yet. I try to get them to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
We were recently recertified by the Joint Commission as a certified primary stroke center. We're going to be the main center that people come to and the EMS providers bring patients to for treatment of stroke. So those are the true rewards, is those patients that are able to come appropriate amount of time and they're able to get the IV TPA medicine. We can see turnaround within 24 hours. We treat them, they go through the process, and they go to rehab and they recover.
The stroke group at Mary Washington is phenomenal. I feel like the first time in my life that I've actually found a community, because a lot of my doctors are down here, my recovery from my stroke is down here, the support group is down here, friends I've started to make down here. It makes me feel like a community.